It feels insane that this is still happening. It's 5 years, almost 6. Next year, I have to say it's 6 years of this. And after that, 7 years of this. And after that, 8 years of this, because it's never going to end. Because the people who are targeting me don't know how to stop. They don't know how to back off. They don't know how to admit that they were wrong. They don't know how to just stop. And it is, what the fuck am I supposed to do? They just stick around, they come back, and they keep doing the same things over and over again every year. All of the things they're doing to me right now, they have done already, which is why it's not getting the response that they're wanting from it. So currently, they're threatening my housing, which, surprise, surprise, since I got my Section 8, they have been threatening to take my Section 8 away. They have contacted my landlord. They have contacted the housing authority. They have contacted my neighbors. They have done everything they could to have me removed from my Section 8. And the only solace I can take in them making these threats and doing these things is that these people are idiots and they don't actually understand the Section 8 program that I am working with. They think they understand. They have absolutely no idea what is actually happening with my housing situation. So their threat is that they're going to have a whole bunch of people report my housing for that leak, and they think that that will force the building to close, and they'll put me in a public shelter with other people where I have to share a bed and everything. No. Because I don't do well with other people. And my Section 8 is based on my mental health. It's my housing specifically is a part of my mental health treatment plan. It's meant to help me heal better mentally. It's meant to put me in a space where I can feel safe and comfortable to work on myself. That didn't work because there's a whole bunch of people following me and trying to take that space away and trying to make me, they've successfully made me feel unsafe here. I'm not going to front and be all proud and say that I've done good. No, they fucked me up. I've been scared. I have absolutely zero decorations on the walls because I don't feel comfortable making this a home, because they have been threatening. Since I moved in, they have been threatening to take it away from me. Adonis Paul told me he was going to see me on the streets again, homeless again. That's his goal in life, is to see my ass homeless again, which is a sad thing to have a goal for, and it just rooting for other people's demise. I don't understand it. I feel like you're going to get further in life rooting for your own accomplishments. But if you're the kind of person that doesn't see yourself being anything, you don't see yourself having accomplishments, you're going to keep punching down and rooting for other people to fail. Because if they fail, then they're not better than you, are they? You don't have to ever accept or admit that you could do better if somebody that you don't like fails. Anyways, so for my housing situation, if I was to lose this housing, I would not be forced into a shelter. They could offer me a shelter because they offered me one before and I accepted it, but the shelter that I was in before, I had my own room. It was a communal bathroom, which I wasn't a fan of, but it was still my own bed, my own door that I could close and keep everybody else out. So even the shelters they offer me, I'm going to have my own room at the least. But that would actually, they don't even understand how much they would be helping me if they were to get people involved in this housing situation, because that bathroom is a bullshit nightmare. No, nobody should have to live with that. And if I wasn't in this apartment, then somebody else would be actually paying the building to live like this, to not fix that shit. I'm saving somebody else money by staying in this crap hole. Because the government can decide to stop paying them if they don't fix it. Just a regular tenant can't. They can get evicted. They can take all of that on themselves, but they can't just stop payment even if there's a giant hole in the ceiling because there's tenant. It's a thing. You're kind of renting as is if the maintenance won't fix it. It's why so many people hate renting. There's rules against fixing it yourself. You have to work with them and they don't often fix it, and then you just have to live with the problems because they say that it's the way the unit is. But with my situation, the government can force them eventually to fix that problem if they have enough evidence that it's not being fixed. Now, currently, the maintenance, the building is covering that up. Just a few, my inspection is on the 27th. I guarantee you they will be here between the 23rd and the 26th, and they will put in a new ceiling. And within 2 days of the new ceiling being up, there will be an inspection that will pass the new ceiling, because within a week that new ceiling will start leaking. It's a bandage, and I tell the workers when they come and inspect it that they've just put that up. It's still leaking. There's water damage. There's mold. I'm a crazy person that talked about a shadow that didn't exist for the first year that I lived here. So it's difficult for them to take me seriously. That shadow is back, by the way. It's in the hall now. FYI. The ceiling shadow has returned. But because I don't do well with people, and my Section 8 is based on my mental health treatment plan, which says in it doesn't play well with others, needs her own space. Even if y'all somehow managed to force this building closed and put me out again, it would only be temporary until they found me another place where I would have my own space again, my own bathroom, my own kitchen, my own room. It doesn't have to be a big place. This place is huge for what I actually need. But their concept of what would happen if this place fell through is nowhere's near the reality of what would happen. That's a lot of the problem with this group, with my government assistance that I receive. They're constantly threatening. They're going to take this away. They're going to do this. They're going to do that. Trump's going to do this. But they don't understand what I actually have. They're like, well, Trump says now you have to work if you want food. Well, Obama also said that. And so did Bush. And so did Clinton. And there has always been a thing that said, unless you are unable to work. It's always been there. I'm not able to work. My mental health care treatment plan says so. My doctor puts down every year he does not think that I am capable at this time of working. It's not me going in and telling them I'm not going to work. It's my doctors and my therapist saying, no, this person is not capable of holding a job. This person is not capable of working with other people long enough to hold a job. This person is not capable of not crying long enough to hold a job. The second thing they're threatening me with, because the first one failed because I know what the rules are and they don't. The second thing they've started doing is demanding money from me that they know I don't have. Somebody posted that I owed them money, and I politely asked them to explain because I thought that I had paid back everybody who had loaned me, which I had. They were lying. After asking them to explain, they explained they wanted $5,000. This is Virgie G. Virgie G has actually been banned from YouTube because the videos that he made about me were so defamating and slanderous and straight up offensive that YouTube decided we don't need this here. Which says a lot for the fact that they've still let Adonis Paul keep his channel. They let Original Owl keep her channel. They let Hatman keep his channel. They let my aunt keep her bullshit up. But Virgie G ain't never coming back. I don't even know exactly what he said. I'm fairly certain he's an ex-boyfriend who's disgruntled. So there's no telling what the fuck came out of that man's mouth that got him banned 4 years ago when they were really going off on me. But now that you'll see many people in the comments demanding that I pay him back. Pay Virgie his money. $5,000. Do it now. Give us the money. And the reason they're doing that is because 4 years ago, the first time they did that, it upset me very much because it was still early in all of this targeting. And I wasn't prepared to be targeted. And the first year that this happened, I basically stayed in a mental health spiral. I was staying suicidal. I was staying upset because it was just never ending. And the give us money, give us money, give us money now was absolutely, even though I knew I didn't owe anybody money, it was getting into my head but they keep saying it, and everybody that comes to my channel now sees people demanding money from me, and they think that I owe somebody money, and I can never pay this money back. This is a lot. They kept, every time I would say I don't have the money and I don't owe you any money, they would increase the amount. So it'd be 5,000. Then, well, now you owe 10,000. Well, now, bitch, you owe me $1 million because you haven't paid fast enough. Now you better fucking pay now, or it's gonna be 5 fucking million. You're gonna keep owing me money for the rest of your fucking life because, and it just they went on and on and on for months. They sent people after me demanding money. They would, if I actually had a cell phone, they would get my phone number and they would call me up at 3 a.m. Where's Virgie's money? Give him his money. Just for 2 years, I tried having a cell phone and I had to keep it on airplane mode at all times because if I ever took it off of airplane mode, it would ring and it would be somebody from this group either demanding money from me or letting me know that they were talking about me on the radio or just accusing me of murder and laughing at me. So I don't have a phone anymore because of all of this. It just goes on and on and on. And at what point is it going to end? At what point do these people get lives and move on? You know? And I know they could say that about me. At what point is she just going to get a life and move on? Well, I'm not, because this is my life. I'm a mentally ill bitch living off the government, trying to survive. This is my life. There is no getting a new one and moving on. If you're a mentally ill person that is, and your life is just targeting other mentally ill people, you need a better life. You need to find something better, because it's not, you're not, what's the point? I don't understand. I don't get how you could spend 5 years of your life obsessed over somebody like this, and it have absolutely no effect on your life. I mean, do you people not have relationships? Do you not have girlfriends or husbands or wives or children or animals or anything at all? Anything that you could point some of your obsession towards? I mean, I've my entire life people have been obsessed with me. It's why I wind up in such bad situations, because people become absolutely irrationally obsessed with me. And I've tried cutting myself off from people to solve that problem. It doesn't work, because even people online become irrationally obsessed with me. And they can't even acknowledge that it is an obsession with me. It's gone for 6 years now. It has to be an obsession specifically with me, because otherwise, why would you not go the fuck away? I'm tired. I'm literally just doing my best to survive, and these channels and these people just will not stop. They don't ever get tired of it. They don't ever get called away for work or anything. It's, how am I the insane one here? How am I constantly having to ask myself how I'm the insane one in the situation? Because all of this is crazy. None of this is okay. None of this is normal. And it doesn't have an ending in sight.